G'day, Big V. Listen up because we've made a bit of a shift here as we move past round 11, I believe it was. We get our little break as we get into sort of the end of our season. We're going to change here and have sort of a weekly wrap up. We're going to discuss our Youth League women here in this podcast. So, Championship Women, Youth League 1 and Youth League 2. We're going to try and get through it as much as possible, try and dive into every single game. We'll see how we go. Now, Saturday night at 4 o'clock, Bendigo were unable to get it done as they hosted Keilor in a big game. Two teams that are probably hearing about that finals contention. Richardson and Smith and Condren had pretty decent games, just unable to get it done. Condren with the 18 and 16 to lead them, with Keilor just getting it done. Really, a very good spread across the team, right, Mark?
Yeah, I think this could very well be a bit of a grand final preview in a way. These teams are going to be thereabouts come the end of the year, and this game sort of proves that. And it's sort of a start of a tough weekend for Bendigo.
Yeah, absolutely, sure was. We had Melbourne, who had a big win over Knox, 97-38. Sandringham got it done, 48 over Hume. A very small scoreline, I guess you could say there.
Well, so it's a very defensive game, hopefully.
Yeah,
we'll go with that one. To be honest, they're two fairly solid defensive teams. Hume having a bit of a struggle this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Kilsyth got it done, 91 to Nuttawinning 69. Maria Gardner's just absolute experience across the board. I believe she had 20 piece and sort of near triple double numbers. So very, very impressive from her. We had Diamond Valley unable to get it done at home against Ringwood, 64 to 73. Frankston on the move now, defeating Ballarat 79 to 63.
I think the additions of Bora and Bravington back into the side make them look a little bit more similar to the 2022 Frankston Blues, and their experience and just general ability thrown into that team has made them a real force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, absolutely. The two doubles to go there for the weekend. Ballarat improving as the season goes on, just unable to get that one done. We had Waverley go over the line, 78 to Bendigo's 54, like you said earlier, Mark. A very unfortunate weekend for them as they move towards the second half of the season. Ballarat unable to get it done at home on the Sunday against Dandenong, 64 to 71. We had Diamond Valley also unable to get it done on the Sunday, 84 to Altona's 95. We had Alicia Scabreras with her 22 and 13.
Yeah, she's having a huge year, Ted. And I've been really impressed with this Altona team. They've got Cassie Dodemaid as well. Couldn't quite get it done on the scoreboard as much as she'd like to this weekend, but 20 boards certainly helps her team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Diamond Valley, they have some good contributors, but a tough weekend for them. They wouldn't be too thrilled. Alicia Kadee was great again with 24 and Lucy Oakford with 25. But probably need to tidy up a bit defensively and to get the win there.
Yeah, absolutely. Ringwood got it done on the Sunday, 63 to beat Keilor, 61. A very, very close game. Stephanie Gorgiantes had 21 to go with her 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Shooting pretty well, 4 of 8 from the land of plenty. Keilor just unable to get it done. Hayley Courts off the bench had a big game, 22 points, shooting 4 of 7 from 3. Just coming off a bit of an injury as a Maribyrnong girl, but unable to get that one done.
Yeah, no, they split the weekend though, so they won't be too disappointed. And Ringwood get 2 out of 2 from the weekends. They'll be thrilled.
Absolutely. Frankston lastly got it done over Casey, 76 to 68. Again, Bravington and Cassie Bora just had some big games again there. Moving on now to Youth League 1 women, as we had Eltham go 2-0 for the weekend, remaining undefeated. As we dive into them in a second, Geelong United weren't unable to get it done at home, losing to McKinnon 59 to 82. Now, Mark, you were at this game, were you not? Camberwell hosting Eltham on the Saturday night.
Yeah, I couldn't resist the top of the table clash. And tell you what, Camberwell had their chances to give Eltham their first loss, and they probably would be disappointed with how it finished up in the fourth quarter. They had about a 7-point lead in that quarter, and then Eltham sort of got it going with a couple of tough shots down the stretch. Rachel Smith for Campbell was impressive with 14 points to go with 18 rebounds, but it was Player of the Month, Megan Stagall, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and a cheeky 2 steals that got them over the line to keep them undefeated.
Yeah, very good. Huge game for them. Pakenham got it done at home, 59 to Collingwood's 52. We had Wyndham, the Wyndham Way 92, defeated Coburg on the road. A very good game for them. Talia Leeson had a massive weekend herself too. 20-point performances, got it done against Craigieburn to then follow it up on the Sunday against Geelong United. A very, very big game. But in between those, we had Warren Dyte unable to get it done against Craigieburn. 2 teams sort of hovering at the lower end of that ladder, but a very, very competitive game from the 2 of these teams.
Yeah, good to see Warren and I put up a fight. I know they're young, and Sophia Rashidi, sorry if I pronounce that wrong, but cheeky 15 points, very handy. And then what stands out for me up at the top there is 19 rebounds to Ananiev. A huge performance there on the glass for Warren Dyte. For Craigieburn, it's Emma Stafford, who I believe made her first appearance on the starting 5.
I believe you're right.
But 22 points, 9 rebounds. Really solid for the Eagles.
Yeah, absolutely. Bulleen then went again 105 to beat Geelong United 57. Eltham went crazy on the Sunday. Very happy with their win on Saturday. They scored 102 to Coburg's 49. And then Wyndham on the Sunday as well, 106 defeating Sunbury 58. Now, Youth League 2 women, we have 2 absolutely dominant athletes and players in this division for our first game, Sherbrooke against Southern Peninsula. Sherbrooke.
The Kingston versus Rosowski Cup.
Huge game, huge clash here. Sherbrooke were able to get it done, 87 to 79. Now, Mark, look, I'm going to roll out these numbers to you really quick, and you tell me if you think this is sort of average for Kingston. 28 and 24.
No, it's a quiet game for her.
It's a quiet game for her, isn't it? And Erin Rosiowski, 26 and 16.
Nah, she didn't quite get the 20 points.
Quiet game as well.
These 2 are dominant, aren't they?
They are. They really, really are.
And it was... let's put that aside. They were dominant, but the game was actually an absolute cracker too. Sherbrooke getting over the line with 8 points by 8 points as they seem to have turned the corner a little bit. They couldn't get these wins earlier in the year.
No.
And they're starting to roll. They got 3 on the trot as they start to march up the ladder.
Absolutely. Getting closer to Southern Penn there. Just 1 game behind them now. So very, very impressive from Sherbrooke. Mornington were able to get it done over Albury, 69 to 41. Mornington again looking very, very solid as we work our way towards the end of the season, winning 4 of their last 5 games. Whittlesea in the overtime win against Bellarine, giving them their first loss of the season.
Huge, Ted. We've lost an undefeated side. And to tell you what, the Field sisters for Bellarine put up a really good fight. Both got fouled off. I wonder if that impacted overtime,
Possibly.
Because Whittlesea were dominant, and they were led by young Amy Temos with 23 points and 9 rebounds, who led her side. But great contributors across the board with Bodley, Locklear, Ryan, Cordova, and another Locklear, all getting double figures, makes it really hard to defend.
Absolutely. Isabella Ryan also had the 5 fouls for the game, a player who's usually creeping in that starting 5. So, whether that made a difference to bring this game back, we're not entirely sure. Hopefully, it was an absolute cracker. Now, moving on, Mornington were able to get it done over the Southern Peninsula, 69 to 46. We had Western Port get it done at home against the Albury Wodonga Bandits, 2 teams that are, in that middle part, probably not doing as well as they'd hoped. Albury dropping now 4 games in a row. Western Port getting back in that winning column.
Yeah, Albury will be a bit disappointed that I know they come out of the blocks real hard to start the season. They were sitting in the top range quite comfortably, but a few roster changes it seems, and they're sliding unfortunately.
Yeah. Last game for the weekend, we had Blackburn unable to get it done at home, 57 to Whittlesea's 97. very, very close.